Hi, I'm Daniel from ProAV Solutions. I look after the camera and audio department here. We've got a team of 4 very friendly staff. If you haven't come in here before and seen any of us, we have a long history of specialising in working with schools and education, putting together kits for all levels, whether it be for a primary school on quite a limited budget, all the way up to high-end university and professional filmmakers. The reason I'm here today is I'm going to run through just sort of a very small handful of gear that we offer and some solutions that you may be sort of wanting to go, hey, what can I teach in media or English that involves film and television gear? By no means is any of this here today everything that we do. This is just a very small handful of what I can fit on a table and talk about in 10 minutes as an overall thing. So we'll just start over on my left. So first of all, I thought I'd just talk about some lighting equipment. So again, lighting starts sort of quite a low end affordable point and then goes all the way up until $6,000–7,000 a light. This type of light here we've got is an LED light panel. I will just turn this one on. You'll see that this can be run off batteries or it can be run off mains, and they are a dimmable light and also a colour changeable light. So if I have this here, we can change the temperature of it. So if we're indoors or outdoors. This light here from Ledco, something like this is $250 for a panel, and then we do these in some kits. They're really good for students of all ages because they're pretty durable for what they are. They're cool to touch, so you don't have to worry about heat or anyone burning themselves. And you have some really good little kits that you can use for whether it be a little interview or a short film. And they come in a little box, or not a little box, but in a kit about this size, that contains 2 of these and 1 of this other light, which I'll talk about in just a moment. So put that one away. Then we've got just here, part of that kit, we have a complementing light. So this is a soft light. A soft light like this is designed for quite a soft look or a very even feel. This is more of what's called a hard light, quite bright, quite punchy. Again, dimmable, and can be run off batteries or mains. Where you would use this is again part of that kit. You would use for something where if you're doing, say, a 3-point lighting solution, and when I say 3-point lighting, you would have, in this scenario, you would have 1 light here. This would be my key light. 1 light here, this would be my fill light. The key light is designed to light sort of the bulk of my face. The fill light is, as it sounds, to fill out that other side of the face. And then this light would be used as a backlight. So a backlight is used to behind me, generally quite up high, and used to separate me from the background. And you'll be amazed at the difference that can make in a shot. Backlighting and lighting and soft lighting, when you're using something like a green screen, which is great for kids of all ages. It's a lot of fun and very easy to do. You can use just simple iPad apps to work with a green screen, anything up to sort of bigger broadcast cameras. This green screen here is a portable green screen or a twist fold green screen. It's also reversible, and on the back of it, if I flip this around, without breaking everything in this room. You'll also note that it's a blue screen on the other side. Now, why blue screen and green screen? School uniforms have lots of different colours. I know that, hey, if I turned up in my blue shirt here and I've got a blue background, we're definitely not going to be able to key that out. There's a lot of uniforms that have got green in them as well. So just being able to flip that around and being able to do that, very, very helpful. Turn that one off. So that's a really, really broad overview of lighting that we do, and then some green screen which go hand in hand together. Next thing I'll talk about, we'll go through some audio gear. So audio equipment is something that you can use to get a lot more students involved in productions. And when I say how do you get them involved, you can have, say, someone on camera, someone doing like a boom microphone with something paired like a little shotgun microphone like this. And one student can be holding the boom, one student can be monitoring the audio and controlling that on camera, the other student can be working filming, and then someone can be controlling some lighting as well. So the more kids you can get around a camera, the better. Makes them work as a group, and yeah, also just a lot more fun in the filmmaking process. So some really simple items that we've got here today. A boom pole. A boom pole is as it sounds, is for booming in audio. So if I pretend this is my actor here, we would boom in the audio, run a cable back down here, and then this runs off to the camera. Little shotgun mic, that would run on the end of that. Boom poles start at about $90, depending on sort of what you're after. Again, little microphones that start at about $90 and then go all the way up to thousands. We've also got some headphones, so good to get in an audio kit. You'd have a microphone, a boom pole, set of headphones, and put that all in a box together as your audio kit. And that can work with iPhones, iPads, stills cameras, better professional cameras, and so on. I've also got some kits what are called wireless microphones or radio microphones. I'm actually wearing one right now for this video. It just stops you hearing sort of everything around the background and definitely focuses in on just me. So this little kit here is from a company called Hollyland. It is made up of a wireless receiver. So this end goes with the camera, so that would mount somewhere on top of a camera like so. And then you have two transmitters. So these little transmitters, you can either clip onto a shirt as they are, or you can run a lapel microphone up the shirt, which they come with in the kit. And then these wirelessly talk back to that receiver. Good for the kit because it's got two ends. You can have two students, a teacher, the interviewee, or even just a short film or something where you don't want to run cables. Nice little things about this kit. Off the top of my head, this kit here, we're talking in the realm of $400. We obviously do educational pricing and specials as well. So yeah, definitely come and chat to us to feel out what fit would go best for you guys. Charges over USB. So all these items charge, no batteries, and very minimal components to lose, and nicely in a case so you can keep it all together. Moving pretty quickly, we've got just drones. Drones are something that's a bit of a grey area for schools. Definitely something that I would look more so in the high school level or university level, purely just from a safety and user fact. But yeah, happy to have a chat to you a little bit more in detail about that. And we do DJI and a couple of other brands, but DJI are definitely the market leader in that, and make some really good safe solutions in small form factor. Probably talking about cameras now. So we're talking about my favourite thing. I work as a cinematographer or a camera operator outside of what I do here. So we do stills cameras, video cameras, professional shoulder mount cameras, and they all have their own different applications. We also do some studio cameras if you've got a permanent TV studio set up at the school. And when we say studio, we don't want that word to be really off-putting and go, oh, that's way outside of what we're able to achieve. A studio can be something as simple as 2 or 3 cameras set up, going into a mixer, and then able to stream or record that. And in the past 10 years, specifically the last 5 years, the cost of doing that has come right down. You can do something for well under $10,000 with 3 cameras, some lights, tripods, a vision mixer, and get a whole class of students involved. And there are a number of facilities and educational schools around that have set those up that we've worked with. So what you'll see quite commonly these days are what once was a photography camera or a stills camera. These are now all capable of shooting video. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the right answer for what you guys are hoping to achieve, but it's good to have something that you can teach both photography and video with. But there are some trade-offs to that, which happy to have a longer discussion around that if need be. So we do in cameras brands such as Sony, Canon, Panasonic, Blackmagic, and yeah, a couple of others. We have quite a lot of these on demo and display, which we can walk you through and show what would be a good fit for you guys. Up here on the tripod, I've got what's called a Blackmagic 6K Pro. This has been a really popular cinema camera for both schools and professionals. These start at $2,000 for the camera body, and then lenses can be quite affordable as well. They are really good in studio environments, and then also can be quite good in out in the field for what we would call a run and gun camera. On here, the camera I've got on what's called a fluid head tripod. So rather than a stills tripod, which is mainly just designed to be locked off, this is quite neat because you've got smooth motion for being able to pan and tilt and be able to get that quite nice with a bit of control over that as well. These are an entry-level fluid head tripod at around about the $300 mark, and again these go up from there depending on the camera that you're wanting to look at, but this is able to hold sort of quite a large unit. That's probably about all I wanted to talk to you guys about today. So just to recap, we've just talked about, so actually one more thing that I did want to talk about. So going back into that studio environment, what we found, especially in the past 2 years during COVID, we've done a lot more what we call vision switches or camera switches. So this little device here is from Blackmagic. It is a 4-input switcher. So you can take 4 camera inputs or 3 cameras and a laptop feed, and it would allow you to switch between, say, this camera and this camera and this camera, and you can put some graphics over the top, and then just as simple as then take that out via USB and put that into something like Zoom or Teams, or just record it locally, and you can create that like small television show kind of feel. Also just not using these for just student production, but there are a number of schools that are now using these for lesson content, working remotely, as well as in their assemblies just to put content and cameras up to the screen. And again, depending on the level of what you're hoping to achieve, students will grow and learn this faster than you can imagine, and produce some amazing content. Also good for sports days and that sort of thing. So just to recap on everything I've spoken about tonight, so we've covered some really basic lighting. Lighting, really important. It will make the difference for just being able to point the camera, and we've lit this scene. I won't go into detail how we've lit it, but will make a huge difference in your end result. Also teaches students how to craft light, as well as getting more students involved, and definitely 100% a requirement to do green screen work and do it well. We've talked briefly about some audio gear. So we've got a shotgun mic with a boom, and then some wireless options. We have some drone solutions, and then some camera solutions. So we have a team, as I said earlier on, of 4 people in the office. So if you want any more information, it's best to just give the office a call and speak with Kate, Reese or Isabel, and they're all very helpful people and can talk you through your needs and what would be some suitable choices, and you can come down and we can take you through the showroom. Alternatively, we're able to come out and consult with you guys on site and see what would be a good fit for you. But yeah, any other questions, please get in touch and be happy to hear from you. Thank you.